Welcome to Pop Cult, where we talk reality TV, celebrity chaos, and pop culture throwbacks.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Pop Cult. My name's Avery.
I'm Julia.
Welcome back to Pop Cult, everyone. This is a podcast where we talk about all things reality TV and pop culture, and on Thursdays we do our pop culture throwback episodes where we talk about a past event from pop culture history. It could be a scandal, it could be a breakup, it could be a celebrity arrest. It's really, there's
whatever
no
we
telling.
want, honestly.
Truly. And we always say this at the end, but if anyone ever has any ideas about anything you want to hear about, please feel free to let us know. But today we're doing our Reality Digest episode, which is where we talk about our reality TV show lineup of the week. And in some exciting news, I think, we have a new show, which actually, this is our first repeat show.
Wait, wouldn't Below Deck actually have beat it?
Well, technically, but I guess I consider that different because it's a different franchise.
Fair.
You know?
Yeah.
But we have Love is Blind back on the roster. It's just going to be a lot. So we're going to do that one last today. And we will try and limit our conversation about some of our other shows and try and keep Love is Blind as brief as we can, because for anyone who did not listen when we first started this podcast, we started with Love is Blind, and our episodes were like over 2 hours long because we would talk for so long about Love is Blind because there's just so much to say.
Well, it was that, and wasn't it Dancing with the Stars too? It was just a lot. We started with a lot of shows. We really hit the ground running.
We really did, but it's been kind of nice to have just a shorter lineup the last couple of weeks.
For sure.
What should we start with this week?
Maybe Summer House?
Okay. Summer House. Goodness gracious. I just don't even know. I just feel like this season is going to remind me of The Valley last season, where it's almost going to be kind of dark because of how bad things clearly are.
Everything is about Kyle and Amanda. Yeah.
I know.
All they do is complain about each other. But then we kind of got a new perspective. I don't know. I've never seen it before, but on Kyle, saying his financial issues, that's not an excuse to then take it out on Amanda.
What do you think he was trying to allude to?
That they're gonna go bankrupt.
They're
not making enough money. If you can't, the CEO or whatever he is of the company, if he can't pay himself a salary, that's not good. You're not making enough in sales.
I don't think I caught on to that.
Yeah, he stopped taking his salary so they have more money to keep promoting, and that's why he became a DJ so that he can promote the brand.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, that's a very saturated industry, that, alcoholic beverage.
Oh my god, yeah, but isn't every industry, so saturated? But still,
totally.
Then why are you doing it?
But I also think there's something to be said for, was DJing the only way to promote,
I mean, devil's advocate, you're DJing at a bar, and a bar is gonna sell your stuff, but
totally.
Is it super annoying? Yes. And why'd you have to pick an alcoholic drink to make? Pick any other industry. Why does it have to be a seltzer?
Yeah, I just think it's funny because there are many brands who market themselves without having, a DJ do it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost I just feel like that's so Kyle. He so tries to pull a pity card to make people feel bad for him. So it's just I don't know. I thought this conversation about Amanda being lazy was interesting.
Are you talking about lazy and messy? When he was I was also, don't you live there, Kyle? Maybe you could clean.
I mean, period. Also, I really think my take on it is that I feel like he has really molded her into this essentially very lethargic, lazy person. She tried for many years to be more involved with Loverboy, to start her own ventures, and she did. I don't know if you know this, but she has a swimsuit line. It's kind of funny.
I did not. I thought she what is she with Loverboy?
I think she's the creative director.
Okay.
But I honestly doubt she really works boots on the ground with Loverboy anymore.
Yeah. But he's acting like she's a stay at home. Nothing after that. Just stay at home to do the dinner and make the house nice and clean. I'm
right, she's
you can help.
maid. I just think that the problem is that And you know what? At this point, she might basically be a stay-at-home wife, but I'm saying I don't think that that's her fault. I think that it's his.
Oh, I agree.
Like, I think
I just thought he was
has
being
beat her
so
down.
mean.
I agree. He's literally being awful. Like, he's just like so annoying. And like at the end of the episode, she's asked him multiple times, please stop airing out our dirty laundry in front of everybody. And he did it again at the end of the episode at dinner.
Oh my god, yeah.
And he gets the amount of times that this man has tried to like, it's basically like Brittany from Salt Lake City being like, ting, 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 I have an announcement. Like, that's what he's giving at these group dinners. He's always trying to make an announcement. He hates at those group dinners when he's talking and there are other conversations going on.
They were at that like bar, but it was like in the public, so the public was like videoing them.
Oh my god.
And he's like talking shit, and she comes up behind, she's like, I'm gonna find out later if you don't tell me now. He's like choking on his spit.
When she said, either I'm gonna find out on camera or you're gonna tell me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they act like they're saying these secrets. I know. You're being recorded.
I think they just hope that sometimes stuff doesn't make it into the edit, you know?
But also, you have no control over that.
Yeah.
So be careful.
And then, but I was crying, though, after he said that to the guys, and then all the other guys were trying to, like, make it seem like they weren't talking about that, and then the new guy, KJ, he goes, we're here for you. That was, like, literally what tipped
Here
Amanda
for him,
off.
why? Here for him for what?
But that's the thing. That was what was so funny about it, is that, like, everybody else had stopped talking about it because they knew that it would start a fight with Amanda. And his dumbass goes, we're here for you.
I don't know anybody, so I don't know
in front of her.
What's going on with, like, the dynamics of everybody else. What I thought was mean of Amanda, though, I don't know. Maybe she's normally like this and this wasn't something weird, but, like, she's in the house. It's the two new girls who are new this season, I think. The blonde one and her friend who has, like, the goat kick in her face.
Goat kick?
Yeah, you didn't notice that? She has like a fat bruise on her eyeball.
Oh my god, no, I didn't.
She got like stepped on by a goat
at
the party. I don't know. She has
Bailey
like
and Levi are the new girls.
And then it's Kyle and one of the men. Don't ask me who. I have no idea. And she goes, I'm all alone. Like I'm all alone. She's not here yet.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, first of all, Kyle's like, I'm right here. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, Kyle. But those two poor girls, like, Amanda's just like, you guys are worthless.
I know. I just think honestly, Amanda's always kind of like that when it comes to new people in the house. I would say all of them are. There was a girl last summer. Her name was Lexi. And Sierra was kind of like that towards her.
Okay.
Lexi didn't come back.
Well, and then Sierra gets there and Amanda springs out, does a backflip off of the couch to run to her. And I'm like, whoa.
You know what I thought was weird was Sierra and Jesse in Sierra's bed, and then Amanda joining.
Oh, girl, who's that?
Jesse.
Dark hair? Okay.
Curly dark hair.
Not the British one.
No. I don't even know his name I don't even know his name yet. I think
they did. Was that not normal?
Like, no. You know what I was listening to another podcast that I like. It's called Snarkbait, and they talk about, like, they watch, like, a lot of reality TV too, so they talk about it sometimes. And they were saying that they felt like they were sensing some tension between West, the one that you think is cute, and Jesse, who were formerly besties in the last 2 seasons.
They're both straight, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they are. But they were saying that they're feeling like maybe West bringing in his new friend is, like, creating tension. And so
aren't they supposed to bring new people every year, though? Like, what's...
Yeah, they are.
Why are we upset?
I mean, men get jealous about that kind of stuff, too, you know? It's just funny to think about.
It is funny to think about.
We don't see that often. And Jesse is such a, like, bro guy. Like, him and Wes are such bros. They're always broing out, and, like, some antics are happening. So then what's the issue? I think he's jealous.
Okay.
And so now I feel like he's either trying to, like, make a move on Sierra, or he's trying to, like, be besties with the girls now that Paige is gone and they're missing their third.
Okay. Was he, like, good with Paige? Was there something there?
No. Honestly, I don't really think he knew Paige that well. But he loves Amanda. And I think he loves Sierra, too. There was, like, some flirtation between Sierra and Jesse last season. So I'll be interested to see if he still is trying to infiltrate the bed bugs.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and then we met Lindsay, the one with the baby.
Oh my gosh. Yes, Lindsay. Lindsay has been on Summer House since season 1.
Well, she said she was going to come to the house.
I know. I'm excited about that. I will say, I hate that it didn't work out with her baby daddy, Turner.
Oh, Kurt. I don't know.
Basically, they were dating and Turner and her got pregnant, but they didn't stay together. And Turner has like no presence on social media, no presence on the show. I think that her being a public figure was a big reason why they didn't last. But yeah, so you'll never see him. But I did think that that was interesting that they have like shared custody. So she's able to come to the house, which I'm excited about. I also liked this new girl that Sierra brought in, Mia. She seems funny.
Yeah, I don't remember her. I know she was there.
She's like a realtor.
Okay. Is
It's
she
so
just
hard
here
to
for
keep
the
up with the new people.
weekend? Like,
No, I think she'll probably
I don't know
keep
why
coming
I'm
back.
having such a struggle. There's just so many of them. I
Look,
think my biggest issue was the fact that they were packing up just to come back 5 days later. I had a
Mhm.
real problem with that. Like, you would not see me doing that. I just wouldn't go the whole summer. That would be
Right.
way too overwhelming for me to have to pack and repack every 5 days for 3.5 months. No, I'm not meant to live from a suitcase.
Right. I would love to know if they do keep some stuff there or if there's other people that rent out the house during the weekdays.
Because I'm also like, I know there's a washer dryer there. So you don't have to tell me you're
Totally.
taking it away to go wash it at your house in your New York City apartment that probably doesn't have one. Okay?
Right. I know.
It was just,
I mean,
I was really not getting, I'm sure they're rich and they have one, whatever. But I was just really
know,
not getting behind it.
You never know, honestly. Yeah, I think so our questions for the Summer House cast are: do you take all your stuff home because somebody lives in your summer house during the week, or do you take all of your stuff home because you don't have duplicates of everything that you bring with you? Like,
Mhm.
I'm thinking, like, are the things that they're bringing to the summer house stuff that they wear in their day-to-day, wear or use in their day-to-day? Like, I'd love to know. We finally see the first tidbit of this little Kyle out of Fan's apartment storyline, so I'm kind of
Okay,
hoping
is that going to be like a big deal?
it should be.
Okay.
I mean, what the hell?
Because we're assuming that he like cheated, right?
I mean, I think that's the implication, but I've also heard stories of them saying like the fan was making videos like, this guy won't leave my house. Like, he was just DJing until the wee hours of the morning, you know? My thing with Kyle is it ever late enough? Like, would he just literally not sleep
all day?
Like, it's just so confusing. I don't know. He's pissing me off already.
To be honest, who else is pissing me off is the entirety of the Salt Lake City women on Below Deck.
Yeah, I honestly feel like they're being really rude.
Also,
to the crew.
I know we've talked about this, about how drunk Heather was on this trip, but I wasn't really like behind it until these episodes. She looks trashed
the whole time.
She's like, let me see her boobs, running through the hallway. She's touching everyone inappropriately.
It's really giving
disturbing.
Like Heather is almost giving, like, now that she's an empty nester, she's like acting like she's in college again.
I don't know what is she's going through something that we don't know, because
she is going through something.
The way she's acting is crazy. But then, forgetting the Salt Lake City girls, we have Ben, and I understand Ben's an OG. He's been on every single version of the Below Deck. He's been here for like 20,000 years.
That's actually hilarious.
Yeah, he's been on like every kind of Below Deck, like all 4. I think he like fills in, and then he was the original chef on the original Below Deck.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I mean, he is old. He is old. It's evident.
So he's like
older.
Seasoned. I'll give him that.
Seasoned, yeah.
Me, in the sense of like, I understand Ben on a level where I'm like, I can't deal with stupid people. I get it. Mm-hmm. I am so with him there. But I just feel as if I know how to deal with it a little bit better. And I know how to put on a little bit of a facade. A little bit of a fake. And he just can't do that.
I feel as though maybe you are onto something with how long he's been on the show, because I feel like there's one of two things happening here. Either, what is her name? Elisa? The sous chef?
Yeah, I think so. I actually kept referring to her as sous chef in my notes because I couldn't remember.
Same. I don't know what her name is. Either the sous is like really over exaggerating, or production is like giving him a really good edit, because I actually feel like we're not seeing the mood swings that she's speaking of. I think
it's like more in the sense of these patient. Like snide comments that he's giving, And like the aggressiveness of throwing away the muffin.
But he makes it, it's like you just
He
don't
made a
have
valid
time
point.
to
He's like, we don't
waste.
have time to finish cooking these and give them to the crew when we need to make them for the guests. And I get that totally. I don't think she realized that they were uncooked.
Yeah, like I like don't blame her for that at all. All he's doing is like being efficient about fixing her mistake. I'm like totally on his side.
Where I'm getting irritated is when he thinks he's better at thinking than Daisy. That's where I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Oh my god, they're like not doing well.
No, they're not knowing how to mesh because like she's like, we're good, and he's like, oh, I'm just not doing that. Like that's not my concern. I'm like, but it is because it makes her look bad, and that's shitty.
Yeah. The other thing I have to say about the sous chef, why is she just literally so incompetent? She has literally messed everything up. Every single task he has given her, she has messed up.
I didn't watch last season, but apparently she did really well last season but it was a different chef, and maybe they just meshed better. She was more patient. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it also just like she really did herself a disservice doing absolutely no training on the off season. But it looks like she's gonna quit based on the end of this past episode.
I don't know. I think they're gonna beg her to stay.
I think that they might. I think I said this last week, but I think that they might transfer her to be a stew.
They might.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because we also have like that budding romance with the mustache guy.
True. Wait, sorry. One last thing I have to say about the chef. If I were on a yacht where I was paying thousands of dollars every night and you served me deconstructed cheesecake for dessert.
What was
First
that?
Of all,
a little
what
cutout
even
of a
is
fucking
that?
cheesecake? Give me 2 slices.
What is a deconstructed cheesecake? Question number 1.
Yeah, I don't know.
Question number 2, not to put him on blast, but my father would have eaten that cheesecake in one bite.
I think I would have eaten that cheesecake in one bite.
Like, that's
anyone who
dessert.
took a fork and a knife to that cheesecake has issues.
I've seen Costco samples but bigger than that deconstructed cheesecake.
Yeah, Costco's just like they have big stuff in general.
No, but like the samples, you know, when they used to do that. Samples.
They still do it. Trust.
This budding romance between her and the mustache guy.
Yeah, I don't know what his name is.
Me neither.
I feel bad.
I have something to say about Daisy. I feel like the biggest difference between her and Aisha, and reminder, I only have Aisha to compare her to because this is my first season watching Below Deck.
That's fair.
I feel like the biggest difference between the two of them is how they react under pressure. Daisy is very quick to anger and snippy, whereas I feel like Aisha just always kept such a positive attitude that it was like hard to get mad at her. And even when she did address something with you, it's like you're more willing to like listen because of the way that she goes about it and her demeanor. And I feel like that's why Daisy and Ben are butting heads so much.
True. But what a horrible fucking charter to start with, though. Like, I feel so terrible for all of them that maybe we'll see a different side of all of them when they have like normal guests that aren't screaming at one another and actually like enjoy each other's even if they are like horrible people, you know, at least they like enjoy each other's presence.
Imagine trying to serve dessert and Heather is yelling in your ear.
Oh my god.
Heather Gay.
They're screaming. Lisa's screaming back. Like Bronwyn's screaming. Brittany's crying. God.
Here's my question. Who on earth did Brittany think ran the ship?
I think she was just being weird. Like, I think she was being like flirtatious and like, let's go somewhere else.
Oh my god.
And Jason was like, shut up.
He's like, literally, I'm gonna crash this boat if you don't leave me alone.
He's like, can you guys leave?
I feel like that's what was going on. Yeah, I mean, you're right. They also, okay, I feel as though maybe there was more going on behind the scenes that we didn't see. I feel as though it was really shady for Heather to be like, me, Whitney, Angie, and Mary are gonna have dinner on the boat or lunch on the boat, and everybody else is gonna eat in their rooms. Like, are they Rapunzel?
Did not get that. I was like, how did all the 4 who were in their rooms know they were eating in their rooms? Did she send them a note?
I know, or did like,
or did they all think that they were eating separately?
I think that that's what they thought. So I think one of the stews was like, we're just gonna do lunch in our rooms today. Which is weird in and of itself. I'd be annoyed if somebody made me in my room. The one stew who's serving, I think, Brittany, the stew was like, are you not feeling up for going on to the main like place? And Brittany was like, it's a long story. So I think they knew. So I'm really confused. Okay, so maybe she did tell them. And she was like, we're just not doing this. Because I mean, I will say Brittany and Meredith had been going at it for 2 days at that point. Bronwyn probably wanted some alone time.
Well, and then on the speech earlier that day, like even Lisa and Meredith got into it. So like they just
True.
all needed, I guess, to be bye-bye.
Oh my god, true. I wonder if Lisa rewatched. I wonder if she watched this episode and remembered what, and it clicked with her when Mary at the reunion was like, she probably doesn't even know what you're talking about, Andy.
Oh, I'm dead.
But yeah, I mean, Lisa was driving me crazy in this episode too. We only saw her, but it's just like the way that she whines to John
Mm-hmm.
is like listening to a child call their parent at a sleepover where somebody said something mean to
Yeah,
her,
well,
you
and
know?
then like next day she's at the bar asking for a stripper.
The lap dance was crazy.
Also, why is this man a stripper part-time? He's an engineer and he works on a yacht. Do you not make enough money?
That was definitely a jump scare for sure. I wasn't expecting that. What is his
No.
name?
I'm so
For some-
sorry.
For some reason, I want to call him Ian, but I don't think that's right.
I just don't think. Hold on, let me fact check. Mike.
Oh my god, okay.
Fitting.
It's not Ian.
Fitting, Magic Mike.
Yes. I just thought that was such a plot twist. Like, do you have to have like a special entertainment talent to be on one of these shows? Like how Kizzy and Joe would always perform a little dance?
Maybe.
I feel like we're going to see a lot of lap dances this season.
Mustache guy is Eddie.
Oh, I never would have gotten that.
That's a cute name. I think he's a little bit of a cutie, but his mustache
Yeah, he
really
is.
throws me off.
He is cute for sure. I just don't think, personally, me, if I were performing as poorly as the sous chef, I probably wouldn't be focused on the men on the boat.
Very fair. But then
You
Ben is
know?
even like, he's definitely flirting with you. Ben, are
Oh
you
my
friends with her or
God.
do you hate her?
He's giving drama for sure, Ben is. At his big age, crazy. He needs to be like, he would be a really good housewife, honestly.
Yeah. But obviously, hands down, hottest is Jason. Like, we just, like, that's sure.
Yeah, Jason's a handsome man.
My God.
Also, it like made me sad for him when he was like talking to the Sue at the end of the episode and he was like, I mean, I think our hope for you was that you would really like improve this summer.
Like, she should have taken classes, you think?
No, like I think he's saying like, I think he was saying like, I understand that there's going to be a learning curve, but like I think what we were all really hoping to see was you making you improving this summer.
Who's we? Because it feels like it's only Jason.
Yeah, I think he and Ben, but I just don't think Ben knew what he was working with. So I'll be interested to see what happens.
As much as I would want the Salt Lake City girls to be gone from Below Deck, you know who was missing from Vanderpump Rules, which is probably why you don't have a lot of notes.
Angelica.
She wasn't in the episode at all.
Honestly, I did not miss her.
It's because she's getting her boob job in Houston.
Oh my god, girl. She
Like-
wasted no time.
No, she said, I gotta go.
She cashed that paycheck from Vanderpump Rules and she said, I'm off.
Yeah, but
I'm
she
off.
couldn't. But as Natalie pointed out, she could not afford it in Beverly Hills. She had
No.
to go to Houston.
Period. Also, like, plastic surgery in the US is just like wildly
Yeah,
overpriced in
astronomical.
general. I remember maybe it was like season 8 or 9 of Vanderpump Rules, Raquel Leviss got a nose job, and we're all pretty sure that James Kennedy was physically abusive to Raquel and his other girlfriends. He definitely has severe anger issues.
And they let
And-
him be on the show?
I just think that Lisa, this is what I'm saying, dude. There's so much lore. Lisa Vanderpump is so protective over that man. For what? I could literally not tell you. All that to say, somehow Raquel's nose got, the words that they used in the show were bumped, and her nose got bumped.
Sure.
And it like literally made it curved.
Did they pay for her a nose job at least?
No, I actually don't think they did, but she got, because one of Lisa's friends is Terry Dubrow, Heather Dubrow's husband from Real Housewives of Orange County, and he's on the show Botched. He's one of the surgeons, and so he like quoted her to fix her nose job, and it was literally going to be like $30K. I know, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
But that's not the topic at hand here.
Anyway, so Angelica's on this episode making it astronomically better, in my opinion. They're really just
Totally.
I just enjoy myself so much more. And then we have Audrey and Chris go to Universal, and I literally texted Avery. I was like, this is so me going to Universal.
Like she's funny, Audrey.
She's
quirky.
funny. And she's so like me, too. She's like, I just don't really think I like him, but I'm gonna like keep him around. That's so me. Coded.
And you know what? I really like Audrey. I do not like Chris, but I also think I have figured out what I don't like about their relationship is that it just feels too manufactured. Like, it just feels like a relationship that only happened because of the show. And I know that I'm not the first person to say this. This is absolutely not an original thought, but I really think that that's what's the biggest issue with the new Vanderpump is the fact that, like, none of these people were really like that good of friends before they started filming.
Okay.
And I don't know. I really wish that they would almost kind of like Summer House, have them bring in people who they've known for a long time, or cast an actual friend group that works at SUR. I don't need OnlyFans creators on my screen because you think that that's what's going to draw in the crowds, because those two already have a public platform. I don't want that. I don't want people that have a public platform. I want real human beings who are working at SUR because they want to be in the entertainment industry, but they never will be because they're not good, you know? So, I don't know. But I will say I am a fan of Audrey. If they do bring this show back, I do hope that they bring her back.
Anyway, I would love for the show to come back, I think. Well, maybe without Angelica. I'm sorry, Queen.
And Kim. I could lose
and Kim. And Marcus. Do we need any of
Marcus, we
them?
don't need
Maybe
him.
just a Venus and Audrey spinoff.
Venus, Audrey, Natalie.
No, who's that host they keep going out with?
Isaac, maybe?
Isaac. Get him on the show.
I could vibe with Isaac. Yeah.
Anyways, but Audrey and Chris go to Universal, and she breaks up with him at Universal. I was dead. I was dying. I was laughing so hard. I was like, this is too good. She got those tickets. She was like, we have to go. We can't waste them. She's like, but I'm gonna break up with them.
You would bring someone to Universal, break up with them, and they'd be like, I'm gonna go get a frozen butterbeer.
What's so funny is like they would have to pay.
Can you find your way out?
Because I go like for free.
Right.
But I can't get anybody in.
No, totally.
They just paid $200 for a ticket, and I'm like, so.
Yeah. Something that I did think was funny with Audrey when she was breaking up with him is that she clocked him so hard when she basically was like, I just have heard some of the things that he said about being on other shows, and it's really bothersome to me.
Yeah.
I liked that she said that, because that's exactly how I feel about the two of them. I do not like Chris. Something about his personality, the way that he treats and talks about women really bothers me. And that's not to say that he's the only one on this season that does it. He's not, but I think he's more overt about it.
Yeah.
And I think the only reason that he really has like not done that to Audrey is because she knows that I actually think she could maybe beat him up. She's kind of ripped. I don't know if you've noticed that.
Oh, she could take him down.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
But I am a big fan of her. I also loved seeing Venus have a little friend.
A little friend.
He like had a guy friend like in this episode. He was like at dinner with
at Tom Tom's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cute. I liked that.
And I enjoyed learning more about Venus's upbringing, and I thought it was sweet, that conversation that he had with Lisa. You definitely wouldn't have known about the situation with Lisa's brother.
No, I had no idea.
How sad is that?
That was terrible.
That was so sad when her brother died. Oh my god.
Was it when she was on Housewives, or oh wait, she said she was filming.
Yes, but it was also, they talked about it on Vanderpump Rules. The
That's
original.
So bad.
Yeah, it was terrible. And that was her only sibling. God, I felt so bad for her. So at the end of the episode, while Chris was like talking to Audrey like, I want this, I want you, and Venus's friend was in the back rolling his eyes, I was dying. It was so funny.
I also like how it took however many days between Universal and when they're out for Chris to be like, oh, I actually wanted to say something.
Oh my god.
But I couldn't say it then because I didn't think of it. What do you mean?
You know he's like practicing that in the mirror.
Yeah. He's like, I needed a couple of days. What?
Yeah. Honestly, I will say this. I feel like with Angelica's absence, there wasn't like a ton that happened this episode.
Yeah, but like I needed a break, so.
True. Sometimes you need a palate cleanser.
Yeah.
But perhaps she will be back next episode with her new boobs. It's funny because in season maybe like 6 or I think it was season 6 of Vanderpump Rules, Brittany Cartwright got a boob job.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh yeah, because Jax made her, right?
Yes. And then so like he paid for it. And then honestly, the surgeon that he used should be not disbarred, that's not the right word, but like should have their license revoked, because this guy sat in a room with Brittany, and of course it's television, I understand that, but sat in a room with Brittany and Jax while she was getting her consultation for her boob job. And she's like, I think I want to go like maybe C or D. So like nothing crazy.
Yes.
And Jax is like, well, actually our friend Sarah, who was Peter Madrigal's girlfriend at the time, we actually really like her boobs. So like we think we want to do that.
Who's we?
Who's we? Matter of fact, who's we?
Who's
and
we?
The surgeon goes, oh well, I mean those are way bigger than a C. And Jack goes, well, I'm paying for them, so I think I should have some input here.
Ew.
And that surgeon literally gave her like double D's. And I
God.
just feel like that's really gross.
Yeah, I hate that.
Personally.
Hated everything about that.
Brittany, I do think, got her implants removed recently, so love that for her.
Because did she have them when she was on Special Forces or no?
I think she did, yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god, when she lasted like 10 minutes.
She was the first to leave.
And like, she didn't even make it to the tent, dude. Remember?
Oh, yeah, because
She
she didn't like the walk or something.
She was like, I'm sorry, I just don't think I can do it. I literally can't breathe. And the DS goes, well, that was a waste of a plane ticket.
Yeah, literally, she flew all the way there.
All the way to Morocco. We'll see if we make it longer than 10 minutes.
We will, because we're going on a luxury trip.
We're going on a leisure trip to Morocco. Me and Julia are. But yeah, I will be interested to see if we see Angelica back next episode.
Yeah, maybe she'll be recovered by then.
Who we will not see back next episode is Steven and Dorinda.
Yoink.
The Traitors.
Dorinda made it so far. Good for you, girl. Good for you.
She did, but also
I would have kept her because she's wasn't gonna figure it out.
No, she was so bad at the game.
Let me tell you one thing.
So bad.
Johnny and Tara have set up Rob and Eric so well to win this damn thing.
Truly.
Because, like, what idiots, when they're already suspecting the two of you, for you to then come out as best friends. What?
Why were, like, I guess I just don't understand. Like, why go the whole game pretending just to give it up?
I don't.
Because now you're worried that one of you is in danger.
I don't know. Also, if you knew like anything about the Olympics, I feel like you would know that they have worked together for like what was it, like 11 years?
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't have guessed that. I wouldn't have known that, but I just would have guessed that they knew each other, considering that they were both Olympic athletes who are around the same age. Like, I feel like that's, I don't know. I felt a little bit dumb watching them play that challenge because I wasn't understanding why putting Tara down for each question was like a good strategy.
I think they were just trying to like trick people. I don't know why they were trying to do that, because wouldn't, regardless of if you were a traitor or a faithful, don't you want the money pool to be bigger?
Okay, so this is my thing with that. I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure that the amount does not change. Like, I don't actually think that the challenges add or subtract anything from the pot.
Wait, what? Then why are they playing them?
I think it's just like a detail that they hope people will overlook. But at the end of the day, it's a $250,000 prize.
I thought they had to build up to $250,000.
I think that they just use that as a tactic because the thing is, if it was an entire episode of them sitting around the castle, then like, what's the point?
It'd be boring. Whatever.
I really think that the challenges are more so to like help the faithful suss out the traitors and like help people get shields and stuff. Like, I actually think that they could take the monetary part out of it and do something, because I don't think that you can have players sign a contract going into a game not telling with them knowing, what am I trying to say?
I was about to say,
like, if there's nobody's going to play a game show like this if they're only going to win like $20,000.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
You know?
That's fair.
So I think that genuinely, like, I don't think that the prize pot actually is affected by what they win and don't win during those challenges.
Yeah.
I think it's almost just kind of like a red herring to get us to, focus on something else.
I'm starting to get, like, if they don't, their only logical option for them tonight is to kill Natalie, because Natalie's gonna figure it out, because Eric is weak. I'm sorry,
Totally.
Eric.
I wrote down the same thing. I literally wrote down, if they don't kill Natalie, they're dumb.
They're stupid. They have to keep Johnny and Tara alive to make everybody think they're traitors. I don't know who the other option was. And then Natalie's just like, Natalie and Kristen, I think, are gonna figure it out. Hot chef.
Same. I also don't understand why Natalie outed Rob about the dagger.
That pissed me off. I was like, he can now use that to his advantage and be like, hey, we all made a secret pact about this, and you outed me at the table. You're a traitor.
I also just, like, I feel like Natalie is really annoying. She's almost, like, makes these, like, dumb decisions because she starts to get nervous and then just, like, doesn't think about what she does. And so she does shit like that that's like, why would you do that?
Yeah, the dagger that he didn't need to use. And then also the poison antidote or whatever they drank.
Yes. She's so, like, immature about, I feel like, the way that she reacts. I don't
Because
understand
even
how
Kristen was like, I don't play like that. Like, you can have it. You want it so bad, you can have it.
Truly, Kristen's like, this is a game.
Yeah.
I truly like don't understand how, maybe she was really good at the physical part, but like I truly don't see how Natalie would have been like a good at Survivor, because I feel like she's very bad under pressure.
Well, I don't know. Did she win? Are we like sure?
I don't actually know. That's a good question. I would assume she was probably pretty good, because I don't really think they would just cast anyone from Survivor on
yeah,
the show.
That's fair.
But like, I don't know, she's really annoying to me, and I liked her at the beginning of the game, but I just like she's done so many things, and I'm just like, why do you act like you're 12?
Lord knows.
It's just weird. It's just weird.
But I also I'm also fearful that Rob is getting like a little bit too cocky, because he's just walking around the castle smiling all day.
Mm-hmm. I know, he really is so chill. Even Eric was like, he's just laid out on the couch.
No, that's the exact incident I'm talking about. I'm like, he's just smiling on the fucking couch.
Eric may be the worst traitor there ever was.
I don't really know why Rob picked him, unless to use him as another scapegoat.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think he's hoping that he can carry Eric through to the end,
Mm-hmm.
and then they'll like Kristen, if Kristen doesn't get killed, which I don't think she's going to, because now she's on to Eric, and so if she does kill him, that'll just like, if they do kill Kristen, then that'll just absolutely pin it on Eric. Maybe that's Rob's plan.
Maybe.
But there's no way he wouldn't have had any way of knowing that Kristen was gonna suss Eric out. So maybe not. But I actually felt like Steven was really pretty good at defending himself at the round table.
I agree. And he was so funny when he got voted out. He was like, "You blew it."
He said, "You blew it." I know. That was funny. I just didn't, I mean, obviously, like, he was done for. Like, I don't think there's any way that he could have really saved himself, but
I also don't truly understand why they even thought he was a traitor in the first place. Like, they were preaching evidence all season. You guys had no evidence on Steven.
Totally. And like,
what did you have on Steven? Be so for real.
Who was it? But then Dorinda wasn't even at that round table, so I wonder who brought it up again. But when Dorinda was like, well, Lisa gave you her gold.
Somebody did bring it up again, and I was like, y'all have to drop that. Like, he had no idea. Obviously, they didn't know that, but like, we know that he had no idea. He was just like, hey, can I have this?
Yeah, I honestly think it's just funny, because I feel like, obviously, we're sitting here behind a microphone judging the way that they're playing, when in reality we would probably be so bad at this game.
We would be so fucking bad at this.
We would be so bad. Honestly, we should play this with the next time, like, our families together.
I asked to play it at work, and everybody said no.
Ah, I hate that. I think you told.
Me
I think
too. Oh, did I already say that?
I think we maybe had the same conversation last week.
Oopsies.
No, I think I said the same thing though. Like, we both were on the same vibe. But yeah, I think Rob's gonna win. I'm not gonna lie. I really do.
He's gotta.
At this point, he deserves to win.
For real, he's been here from day one.
And I actually it's funny, because last season I did not root for the Traitors to win at all. This season I am.
Intriguing.
I think, are there 2 more episodes left or 1? Because this was episode 9. So is it one more game episode and then the reunion, or are there 2 more game episodes?
Okay. It looks like 2 more game episodes and then the reunion.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting stressed. I always get stressed at the end.
I'm stressed because I can't watch the next episode right after I watch the, like, you know, I can't just know. I have to literally fucking wait.
It's a horrific fate. It really is. But good lineup of shows this week. I think we should move to our
big one.
Yeah, the great white shark of our episode lineup this week, which is Love is Blind season 10, Ohio.
Okay, question. So every other season has been like a city. Mm-hmm. Why is it just Ohio?
That's a good question. I was wondering that too. I think there's a chance it could be that they couldn't maybe find enough people to cast for. I mean, I don't know. I've actually never been to Ohio. Maybe it's that
Ohio is a massive state.
It is, but I just don't know how big their cities are. Like, it makes me think that maybe they couldn't find enough people from like Columbus or Cleveland or Cincinnati, like, individually.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the cities are relatively close together, so that's why it's not as big of a deal. But it is definitely, I think it will break some of these relationships for sure. So we have 7 couples. That's a lot.
Okay. I don't know if I'm just dumb. I didn't notice that Vic and Christine were not with the rest of the couples in Cabo until
there was literally literally a title card that said
I
one
did
couple is
not
going to Malibu.
notice. I don't know if I missed it. I wasn't looking.
It was a quick flash.
For some reason, I didn't even notice that they weren't at the all couple meetups. I missed that until I saw something today telling me that they like couldn't possibly afford to send more than six couples to Mexico.
I know.
And then everyone's speculating that one of them just like might not have a passport.
That was my exact thought. Literally, when I saw that they weren't going, I was like, oh, one of them probably doesn't have a passport.
Which is like no big deal, but why are you making it like, why are you having producers come and say like, oh, they couldn't afford it? Like,
I know.
Why is that your excuse? Like, lots of people don't have passports.
I also think it's interesting because in the past, I would say if that were an issue, they just wouldn't follow that couple. So it makes me think that they make it. And that's why they're making this exception for them, because typically they'll just cut somebody. They'll just say, you know what? We're so happy you found love. We're not going to follow your story for the rest of the way.
Right.
But they didn't do that here, which makes me think that they might be a successful couple.
I just have a really good feeling about them.
Me too. I like them. I think both of them seem like very well-adjusted people, especially considering some of the things that they talked about their childhood.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to watch them. Sometimes it is just fun to watch a couple who has like normal problems versus
interactions,
like
yeah,
being drunk all the time, and that's why they're getting in fights with their significant others.
And they're like meeting,
cough, breathe.
Yeah, literally. And they're like meeting when you like the doors open, whatever. It like actually didn't give me the ick like every other one does. They were just like so happy. It was just a nice refresher.
I agree. I saw a TikTok of a former Love is Blind cast member. Her name's Micah. I think she was on the Seattle season. She's like pretty famous now. She was on a season of Perfect Match. I saw her say that was one of the best she was like, those scenes are so awkward to film. She was like, I genuinely think that was like the best one I've ever seen.
It was too good. So high hopes for them.
High hopes for them.
And then I want to have high hopes for Jordan and Amber.
Hi ho. Sorry, that's what you just sounded like.
That's why I had to say it again. I want to have I want something good to happen for Jordan and Amber. I feel like Jordan's just like a really sweet guy. And like Amber deserves a nice guy. Like that's all she's been saying. I do agree with you though. We kind of spoke a little bit about how you're worried about the kid aspect. And like if it's anything like last season, it's gonna play a pretty big role.
Megan and Jordan.
Yeah.
Oh, don't. That's what it's giving. I definitely don't think. Is his name Jordan?
Is it not?
I don't know. Can you look? So we're not calling him by the wrong name the entire season. There's so many couples, you guys.
I swear. Yeah.
Okay, it's Jordan. Okay, I tripped myself out because it was also Jordan from last season.
I know.
The one with the kid. I think she is a very odd person. Not in a bad way. She's very strange. Her behavior sometimes feels erratic almost.
Okay.
But I also think that could just be, was she like a young mom, like a teen mom maybe?
Maybe. I don't know her age right now.
That's why, I mean, I do think that single parents, like that can be a very tough situation. So like maybe she's very, I guess maybe blunt would be a good word for it.
Yeah.
She's interesting. She was frying me before their reveal when she was quite literally striking a pose.
She looked like the bodybuilder pose.
Oh my god, stop. It was literally giving like a shoot that they would have done on America's Next Top Model or something.
Well, you know what's
striking a pose.
So funny is Madison from last season. She was either a guest on a podcast or she has a podcast now. I don't know.
I think she
was like blasting.
I know.
The poses. And then Amber commented on it and she was like, ha ha ha, sorry for having like a fun moment.
I mean, honestly, I was giggling. Like that was funny.
It was funny. And she looked good. Like she literally, I was like, are you a bodybuilder? Like 100%. Be for real.
Well, and not for nothing, like that's exactly what I'm saying. Like she's a quirky person. She really does seem to have a lot of personality.
Also, what the hell are you supposed to do back there?
I know. And also
stand weirdly?
Just like the emoji of someone standing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
about? Just stand straight, arms straight down to your side.
Yeah.
No, she's looking like a Barbie.
Mouth agape. But it's like that's the thing. Like she's funny. I genuinely do think she's just trying to bring some like levity to the show, which I appreciate. And I think Jordan's the same way. I do think that they might have. I think if Amber did not have a child, they would probably end up together. I just think that that's going to be their downfall. So that's my prediction there. I also appreciate the casting of a bigger guy on the show.
Me too.
I always like to see the body diversity on Love is Blind because truly, I mean, in my opinion, I feel as though that is one of the things that a lot, especially men, so it is interesting that it's flipped in this scenario.
Mm-hmm.
That is one of the things, weight and size, unfortunately, are one of the things that I feel like a lot of men are very, very shallow about. So
Yeah.
I always really like to see some of that on Love is Blind because I think it just goes to show, like...
I like
is-
how we see, like, actual real people on this show, on, like, the Bachelor franchise, where they have to be, like, stick skinny and, like, biggest boobs ever, and...
Agreed. Lip filler all over the
Lip
place.
filler.
Yeah. No shade to anyone who wants lip filler. You do you. Just saying, you know. People are starting to get it dissolved. Do with that what you will.
Yeah.
Who should we talk about next? Like, we have so many couples.
I know. Okay, let's do Emma and Mike.
God.
So first of all, sketchy engagement. She loses her number one, and she was like, "So do I go to my number two?"
Wait, who was her number one?
Connor.
Connor?
Yeah.
Why was Connor so many people's number one?
I don't know.
Wait, was he or was it just Emma?
He
I
was.
can't remember.
Well, we can talk about Brie in a minute, but
Yeah.
anyways, Connor was her number one. He's like, "I'm feeling it more with somebody else." Good for you, Connor. Whatever.
Totally.
Emma's like heartbroken, but she's like, "Okay, I'm gonna go for Mike." Like whatever. But then she goes and tells Mike that he's her number one.
I'm so conflicted about Emma because I actually I like her. Like, I think she's kind of like iconically straightforward.
Well,
she's very
yes,
blunt.
I like Emma. I just thought that was really sketch of her to do. Like,
No,
yes,
it
you want
was.
to reassure Mike, but like you did not have to say he was your number one. You could just been like, "I'm really good with where we're at. Like, I'm really excited about you."
Yeah.
Why did you have to lie?
No, that's a great point because it's also like as we've said, like this is all on camera.
Exactly.
And you know these people watch it back.
And you're gonna get caught.
Yeah. And also, okay, my prediction up top is that they are not gonna make it to the
No,
aisle. I don't even think they're gonna make it to the wedding.
He wants children. Fine, good for you. He is ready to trick Emma into having kids if that's what's gonna get him to have kids. Like an asshole.
I totally agree. It's really bothering me because I'm pretty sure Connor said it at one point too. Like, well, all of the adversity and things you've been through would make you a great mom. That is not the point.
That's literally not the point.
I really think what's going on here with Emma is that I actually think she just doesn't want kids because she just plain as that. She simply doesn't want them.
God forbid a woman doesn't want to have kids.
That's the thing. When you tell a potential partner that you don't want children, it's never enough to just say, "I don't want them." There always has to be some deeper explanation behind it because, you know, it's just like such a societal norm to have children, which there's nothing wrong with that either. But it's just like...
It's just irritating that a man is trying to get a woman to change her mind about something that literally rips apart your body, and then you have to put yourself back together while raising a fucking kid while you're at work. So don't mess with me about this, man.
It's just like annoying. I don't understand how... It just feels like such an outdated conversation to be having. And I think that's what was bothering me about it. And so that's kind of what bothered me about Emma even deciding to say yes in the engagement, because he's literally doing the exact thing that you said you didn't want somebody to try and do.
He's gonna gaslight you into having a kid.
And ultimately, if you want a child with somebody, like, or if Emma ever has a child with somebody, I really think it'll be more about creating a family with somebody versus like that dying need to like have a child.
Yes.
And I don't see that being Mike. Like, I don't really feel like Mike brought anything exceptional to the table, to be quite honest, at least that we saw.
My biggest issue is just like, Mike, there's somebody out there for you who will want to have your kids. Emma's just not that person, but you need to like hop off that train. Like, you cannot force somebody to have your children. And he even said it. He's like, "I don't want you to have resentment towards me or the kid." That's what's going to happen, buddy, when you force her to have a kid.
Yeah, they're not going to last. Like, he literally said, if you have any doubt that you're, you know, never going to have a kid. Like, I just don't understand why either of them would put themselves in that situation.
I just think that they both want to be engaged and married so bad from some kind of, like, outwardly pressure that we're not seeing. Like, you had to convince everybody you were going on the show that it was, like, actually going to work, and you feel embarrassed that it might not. Like, blah, blah, blah. It's okay. It's okay that it didn't work. It's an experiment. It's not you'll find somebody. I promise.
Exactly. It's an experiment. It'll open up so many doors for you romantically, professionally, everything. Can we talk about Steven for a second?
Ew. But yeah.
What a freak.
What a, like, total self-absorbed asshole. He sounds
Loser
like
freak
every
behavior.
he sounds like every single frat boy you will ever meet in your entire life.
When Emma's like trying to have a conversation with him and he cracks the White Claw open, I was
He's like, sorry, I feel like this is the right moment. It cracks it, she's crying.
that was horrendous. I thought she was gonna start screaming at him.
And then
Or
he's
just
like
walk
bragging about all of these things that he's done in his life. And
I
he's
also
like, well,
think-
tell me about your grand story. And she's like, what if I don't have one? Like, what's the big deal?
I also think he was fully lying. Like, I don't think anything he said about his interactions or experiences with his ex-girlfriends, I think all of that was not
I
true.
think, yeah, very exaggerated because he's probably insecure by what actually happened. Whereas Emma's like, dude, it literally doesn't matter.
No, insane.
And then he gets offended
behavior.
when she says that because like maybe that's like all he's wanted to hear. But he's had to
Yeah.
like put on this big facade that he's gonna get defensive about it now that he just lied.
Yeah, like he wants to come off as cool
Mhm.
and like kind of a womanizer maybe. That's kind of the vibe I was
Absolutely.
getting from him.
And I'm like, dude, no. I see right through your frat ass.
Totally. Nonetheless, I'm so glad that he didn't move on. I will be interested to see if he comes to any of the group events.
Oh, you think?
Yeah,
I was hoping
I
he
definitely
like
think he'll
lived
be
far
there.
away.
I know. I definitely think he'll be there though. He was too much of a pot stirrer to not.
That's fair. That's fair.
Let's talk about Bree and Connor. Should we do them next since
Sure.
Connor was Emma's number one?
Yeah. So Connor breaks up with Emma because he's feeling Bree better. Fair. He did that fine. Like that's totally your right. So then him and Bree get engaged.
You really don't like Bree. Talk
No,
to me about this.
I don't like Bree. I think I have met in every stage of my life. I have known a Bree, and it's just like her archetype is just like copy and pasted into multiple people I've met throughout my life.
What
Just
do you
the-
feel like are the characteristics?
Loud as hell,
Mhm.
annoying, popular, but deeply insecure.
Hmm.
And has to be the center of attention at every point in time. And like every guy, like she can't be friends with a girl.
Interesting. Okay, I didn't get the guys girl vibe out of her. I definitely got the attention.
Yeah, I think she's
situation.
definitely more on the girly pop side,
Uh-huh.
which is like fine. It's a spectrum, this font that she
Totally.
is. But
maybe
yeah,
it's less so that she can't have a female friendship, but maybe she just can't maintain them. Or like
Yeah.
she's like the friend that you see once every fiscal quarter.
I feel like she's already finding Connor to be so irritating.
But I think she really annoys him too.
Yeah, so I'm like, what's going on, you guys? Like,
I know.
you
I mean,
guys are both kind of acting like how you did in the pod. So like, why is it now getting on your nerves? And like, she's never been anything less than herself.
Mhm.
So why, Connor, are you then taking every waking moment to be like, she never shuts the fuck up?
Yeah, he's literally like, she doesn't stop talking, you guys. Like, it's so annoying. He's actually being so mean about her. I think you bring up a good point. Like, sometimes I think people use this experiment to test out a certain type of, because they can't see what you look like,
Mm-hmm.
they use this experiment to test out a certain personality type that they think maybe they could get used to because they like some of the things that this person is saying.
Okay.
Like maybe Connor is typically, to me, Connor feels like he might be kind of an introverted guy. Clearly Bree is not introverted. So maybe he was like, okay, well, I've only really dated, I don't know this to be true, but this would be my speculation. I've only dated introverted girls in the past, so maybe I should try it out with a super extrovert and just see if this will work for me.
Yeah.
And I think he very quickly is realizing this
He's
is not
like,
going to work.
shit. Yeah.
And what's really so strange to me, I've never seen someone pick a fight about something like this before. Her whole situation of being upset that nobody was talking about the deep connections that they had in the pods. Do we need to remind her that that was a 6-day period of time?
Okay, I actually don't know the period of time. I didn't know it was 6 days.
They actually said multiple times that it was 6 days this season. I don't think they've done that before.
Interesting. Maybe they were
Yeah.
doing that just to make fun of Bree.
I know, maybe.
I just
But
think she wanted an acknowledgement of what they had all been through, but instead everybody just kind of ignores it because inherently it's awkward and people
It
are awkward
is.
and they don't want to talk about it and they want to ignore things, and that's just humanity. I don't know what to tell you, Bree.
100%.
No one is ever gonna confront something face on.
And maybe Chris felt like their connection was not as strong as she did.
Yeah, and that's totally
that's
Chris's
why.
prerogative. But then they were talking, chatting, touching each other at the pool.
I know. I have a feeling
What
Chris
was
is going to piss
that?
us off.
Like,
I mean,
I'm
like,
afraid for
dying.
some couple swapping, because then we have Emma and Connor were
Ooh.
getting along, chit-chatting, talking about how messy they are and how Mike is mad at Emma because she's messy. And Connor was like, yeah, I'm messy too. I was
mean,
like, ooh.
I could see that. Okay, so then it would be Emma and Connor and Chris, and then Mike would be alone.
Yeah, but then there's also, we haven't talked about them yet, when we won't yet, but Alex and Brittany.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's my thing with Alex and Brittany in particular. I do not understand why they would come on this show if they clearly have extremely specific physical types.
Wait, you think, sorry, I thought you were talking about Ashley for a second. Yes, I agree.
No, I actually think Ashley really seems to be very down to earth.
I think Ashley is like in love with Alex.
I think she likes the idea of him.
And Alex is like freaking out because she's not brunette.
Insane. It's totally fine to have a type. And like, if you're somebody who likes something specific, that is totally fine. This is not the show for you.
No.
I really think that people think that the point of Love is Blind is to break people of their physical type. I personally think that the point of it is to bring people who don't necessarily have physical types together.
Yeah, for sure.
So that they can actually perhaps find success in the experiment. I'm like so disgusted at the way that Alex is like nitpicking Ashley's appearance. It's really bothering me.
Well, I was pissy because like Alex is saying all these things to the camera about how she's not his normal type, just like Joe was. But also, like, I kind of felt like he would be adult enough to maybe talk to Ashley about it, but instead he goes and has his first conversation about it with Brittany,
who he is clearly extremely attracted
to be like,
to.
Hey, you're my normal type. Can we talk?
Yeah, which is very underhanded. And obviously Brittany is a beautiful woman. But Brittany is also engaged.
No. She's also engaged to someone she does not find attractive either. So it was just a really convenient conversation for both of them. And I think they're trying to find a way to not feel guilty about not liking their person.
Yeah. And I have to say, I do think that the producers did a really good job casting this season. I actually feel like everyone is pretty within the same realm of attractiveness.
Yeah. Oh, did you clock how... Because, like, Alex and Mike are kind of, like, the same font. But Emma, you can just tell she thinks Alex is way hotter than Mike.
Oh, yeah. Which I actually don't think Alex is super attractive.
I think when he has his shirt off, he's a lot more attractive with the tattoos. But when he's wearing a shirt, he's not that cute.
There's something very... I don't mean this in, like a weird way. There's something very like juvenile looking about his face.
Oh, I don't know, the beard would throw me off. I didn't get that vibe.
I don't know, like it's just, and also I just feel like everything that comes out of his mouth is very like ChatGPT-esque.
Well, he's very much like stuck in college, unfortunately. I mean, he had a really traumatic time where he was supposed to be like a famous soccer player and he got hurt.
Okay, like get over it. This was probably 10 years ago. Like, can we move on? For the love of God. I was getting I'm like, and why do I just feel like he was also lying? Like, I was like,
if I have to hear about soccer one more time, but then also being like not like thought of by your friends, like that was kind of sad.
Yeah, but I mean, it is like, look, I'll be honest. I totally get it. You've worked extremely hard to get to this point. This is an occupational hazard, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm gonna be honest, I just feel like, of course, he didn't give us an age. I feel like this was probably many years ago. And
yeah, I don't know.
Think we need to
I don't
move
know
on.
the exact timeline.
And look, Alex, if you're listening and it was like last year, then I will stand corrected and I will retract this statement. And I'm sorry. I'll go ahead and put it out there. But like, I just personally, if I were sitting there having to listen to like someone who I'm supposed to be getting to know talk about how they're really upset because they were supposed to go play pro soccer and then they got hurt, I'd be like, wow, like, I'm sorry, like, that really sucks, but like, how did you, be an adult and move on from that? And I just really don't think he has. Like, I think that's, to me, what would give me the ick is like, oh, you know what? That really sucks. But how did you bounce back?
Literally. I think the last couple we haven't really talked about is Chris and Jess. And listen,
yes.
I think they could really make it if Bree doesn't like worm her way on in there. But not to say that Chris would not be at fault too, because he 100% would be.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like they could really make it. Like, they're the other ones. I'm like, Chris and Jess, obviously Vic and Christine, they're on a different level. And then maybe Jordan and Amber. I want to have high hopes.
Yeah, I definitely think that Chris and Jess could make it too if Bree doesn't, like you just I echo exactly what you just said. I really think that if they don't make it, then Chris is an idiot, because I think that Jess is like a very high value woman. And what I mean by that is she is very attractive. I think she's like beyond conventionally attractive. She's extremely smart, she's a doctor.
Yeah,
I mean, hello? I don't think we've ever had a doctor on this show. We've had like nurses, which equally as admirable and successful. She really, to me, feels like a catch and seems very normal, very level-headed. And so if Chris and her don't last, I'm going to go ahead and call it now that it's Chris's fault.
He fricked up, that's for sure.
He is kind of giving immature, I will say.
Well, he is a lot younger than her.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, she's like 38 and he's 32.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a significant age difference. Yeah. The only thing I'm really basing that off of is just the preview to next week's batch of episodes.
I think, yeah, because it's definitely Emma and Jess crying in their wedding dresses.
Totally.
I don't know who else, though.
I am really so intrigued to see this scene where Connor is literally telling Bree to get out.
Dude, like,
did you see that?
I think she's gonna sleep with somebody.
Oh my god.
Like, that's the only thing I could have thought of. I mean, like, because she could have been like, hey, I think I have, like, feelings for somebody else. Is he gonna be that aggressive to kick her out of his house when she says that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna say it. Connor, I don't know if I fully trust him. He, to me, seems like the type of person that could flip a switch very quickly if he feels that he's being embarrassed by a woman.
Okay. Embarrassed in what way?
Like, the wool pulled over his eyes, like humiliated, basically. Like, if he feels like Bree is doing something that's going to make him, like, look like the fool, or, I mean, yeah, like cheating on someone, like, that's, can be extremely embarrassing for the other person, even though it shouldn't be, because it's not your fault, and
yeah,
you don't.
That's just like the only thing I could see him like throwing her out of the house for, but like maybe, yeah. I don't know. Maybe
I mean, I could see him also just being like, okay, we've had this conversation a million times. We're not right for each other.
Is she like bringing up like the Chris thing again? And he's like, I'm so done.
Mm-hmm. And
which is valid.
Like, she could also just be like, I just don't know, and like being super indecisive, and he could just have gotten sick, like tired of it.
The only other thing is that weird ass love triangle that we had to sit through that wasted my time is what it was. It was a waste of time.
I really would have preferred to see the alleged 8th couple over this love triangle that didn't pan out to be anything.
Yeah, so it was Miguel and Alyssa. I don't think Miguel had any screen time.
Mm-mm.
I think he was in one shot of the men, and then Alyssa didn't have any either. She had some, what's the word? She has some confessionals at the beginning, like introducing herself.
Mm-hmm.
And then she got the nail glue in her eyeball.
Alyssa, we hope your eye is okay.
Yeah,
that was crazy, girl.
Horrible. The way they edited that's such a TikTok trend right now, is like editing My Family Vacation as a reality TV show. That's what it felt like.
You're right. What I will say about the love triangle, I am a fan of both of the women.
Me too. I think both of
a little bit erratic. I'm not really sure.
Did you see her break the fourth wall? I was dead when she looked me in my eyeballs because she looked into the camera. I was dead. Oh my god, I had to find the clip. She when she was in the middle of like breaking up with what was his name? Kevin
with an A.
Kevin with an A. She like broke the fourth wall. Ah, dang, I thought I screenshotted it to put it in the story post, but
I was like living when Kia says to this man, I don't think you're ready for marriage. And I think some would even argue maybe you shouldn't have come on this show.
Literally,
but that's neither
she
here
was
nor
like,
there.
I think that
that was so funny. I do think that maybe the reason that they showed the love triangle is because there might be some drama that happens once the cast gets together.
I think that, yeah, I was about to say, I think they'll be here again.
Mm-hmm. And so maybe that's why they showed us all that. But yeah, I think it was definitely disappointing. That happened in the Minneapolis season too. There was a love triangle, and then she didn't end up with either of them. And I'm pretty sure that neither of the men ended up with anyone either. So actually, no, yeah, I think that's true. So yeah, it is like very unsatisfying, but sometimes those situations do bring us like a star of a season, or somebody who will then go on to be in other shows.
They did a lot better this season of like not giving out descriptions of themselves. Because last season everybody was throwing out left and right what they look like.
They were. I'm glad that they didn't do that. I also think that like everyone to me feels pretty equally matched. Like I have to say, I really was surprised at how uninterested Brittany seems in Devontae.
Yeah, I was surprised too. I'm like, you just give up right away. Like
I
you
think
don't
he's
even.
a handsome guy.
Yeah, I'm like, he's not unattractive at all. He's a cutie.
Yeah, and maybe there's
You won't
things
even give it a
going on.
chance, but also like I understand if your love language, like I guess your love language received is physical touch, and you're not getting that from somebody. That's like totally fair.
Mm-hmm.
But we also have to compromise sometimes.
And I will. I mean, in her defense, I don't really necessarily think that he is interested in her.
No,
either.
I think neither of them will admit that they don't freaking like one another, and that's not a big deal.
Yeah, and I honestly, I kind of feel the same way about Mike and Emma. I don't really think either of them are attracted to each other either.
Yeah, I can see that. I guess but she's in a full wedding dress, so
Yeah.
she convinces herself enough.
Goodness, but that also could just be the wedding dress try-on scene. You just never know.
But you're fair. That's fair. That's fair.
They're very good at making, I really think that they do try and get as many of them to the try-on scene as possible. And then it's kind of like, okay, whatever happens after then, it's like fair game. Okay, so these are our predictions. These are my predictions. Let me know if you disagree.
Okay.
Brittany and Devontae, no. Vic
Ain't
and
no way.
Christina or Christine?
Vic and Christine, I think.
Vic and Christine, yes. Bree and Connor, no. Chris and Jess, maybe. Amber and Jordan, no. Alex and Ashley, no. Mike and Emma, no. So I literally think that they're gonna get maybe 2 couples.
I think Amber and Jordan, I'm gonna have hope for. I want to put a maybe there.
Okay.
Everyone else I agree with though.
Yeah. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, 1 or even 2 out of 7 couples in an experiment like this, that to me is success.
I was about to say I don't know the good odds.
Like, I would say typically there's at least 1 couple. The first season that you ever watched, unfortunately, there were 0.
Yeah, I was very disappointed. It did not go well for me.
But, like, that definitely is not normally the case. And also, I think that one of the biggest mistakes they made last season was casting such a young group of people. This season, they're much older.
Yeah, they're, like, all in their 30s. Well, yeah, I think Emma's in her 20s.
Yeah, maybe. I literally think there was, like... And honestly, it more so matters for the men, casting older men. I think there was maybe one or 2 guys that were under 30, but I don't think that we saw... Like, I don't think they ended up with anyone.
Good.
Like, I just remember seeing the cast photos, and when they released it on Instagram.
I know that I think I would thrive in a Love is Blind pod situation.
I'm gonna sign you up.
But no, here's my thing. This is why I can't go on. Mm-hmm. Is because love is not blind when it comes to height for me.
Yeah.
Here's my fear is, like, Chris is, like, a great guy. And I feel like I could, like, vibe with that. But then he's 5'4". No. He's like 5'4", 5'5". Like, that is a short man.
I mean, even Joe and Madison from last season, like, she was a tall girl.
Yeah, I think she might have been, like, low-key taller than him.
Yeah, or at least eye to eye.
And I can't do that.
That's totally fair.
I can't do that.
To be fair, though, I wonder if the producers, because they don't want to set people up for failure,
You
like,
think?
they want you to find something. So I'm like, almost, because to me it just doesn't feel like a coincidence that the shortest girl in the group ended up with the shortest guy.
Okay, I was also thinking that. I was like, how coincidental.
And I also don't think that, and I don't know, maybe this is dramatic, maybe 5'4" men don't feel this way, but I don't know. But I also don't think that Chris would want to put himself in a position where he ends up with somebody who's like 5'10". So
I mean, he kind of talked about it a lot. Because when she mentioned she likes to wear 6-inch heels, and he was like, "Oh shit."
I mean, I don't even know.
What if she's like 6 foot?
6-inch heels?
Yes, they do.
Crazy. I could never walk in those. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm still gonna sign you up.
Yeah, but have fun getting that 1-minute video out of me.
Dude, it would, like, the thing is, you're not gonna get cast. You're too young.
Oh, I thought you were calling me ugly.
Why would I do that?
I don't know.
That was insane.
I don't know.
You're too young and you're too normal. Like, you don't want to be an influencer. And as much as they say they want people who want to find it, I do think that all these people want to find genuine love. I just think that they all also go in with ulterior motives.
I don't think I make good TV because Well, either I would be way too mean and just leave the show because I would get irritated.
They would kick you off for being a bully.
Yeah, I would be a full bully to all of
Me
those men.
too.
Or I would just like put on way too much of a nice facade.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, I don't know. I
just could not be myself is the issue.
No, I think I would forget that there was a camera there.
I would forget who I am. Like, I wouldn't know who is me up there. Like, I wouldn't be able to act normal in front of a camera, so you would not know what you were getting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm way too unpredictable. I'm a flight risk, but also a fight risk. So, either one.
I also really don't like fighting with other women, so I feel like if I got put in one of those
wanna
situations, I'd be like, I'm just gonna go home.
I don't want to be in like a, there's two women going at one man. I don't want that. I don't want that.
No.
And I don't want to be in the position where I have two men that I equally like. I don't want to have to pick.
No. And that was actually one thing that I really appreciated about Kia, was that she was very grounded in the fact that this is an experiment. Like, every other woman would have been crashing out if they had been in a love triangle. And she was like, you know, I just think it's fine. Like, this is an experiment. This is what we're here for.
Good for her.
I've known this man for 2 days.
Literally, like, that's so fair.
Which it is true. I mean, truly, it reminds me of Traitors a little bit. Like, I just think and I get tied up in it too, especially with Love is Blind. Like, whenever there's some big betrayal or something happens and the relationship crashes and burns, like, I will be really dramatic about it. And then sometimes I have to remind myself, these people have not even known each other for a month.
Mm-hmm.
It is not that serious.
Valid.
So I always think about it that way. I actually think I would do well on this show in the sense that I really don't have a type. And if I like you as a person, as long as you're not like literally the fuggliest person on earth, I typically can get over if you're not, you know, the most attractive person that I've ever seen. I mean, I could never go on Love is Blind. Like, I just think, you will never see me wearing a bodycon dress, so I actually think that would eliminate me from the pool automatically. Why are we still wearing bodycon dresses? It's not that I don't think that they look amazing. I just like don't remember those coming back in style.
I'm just not meant to live an uncomfortable life.
No. I would be wearing a sweater set every day on that show.
I don't think they'd like you very much.
No, I know. But whenever I see them in the pods and they're all dressed up, I'm always like, why are they so dressed up?
But for real though, like, you don't see each other. I'm gonna wear a t-shirt and shorts.
Seriously, I'm gonna be in sweatpants, girl. And that's not even us trying to be pick-me's.
That's just what I wear.
I'm just gonna be in a coordinated set from the Gap.
I just don't know what to wear if I have to dress up. Like, I can't. Yeah. Like, I'm either like dressing up, or I'm wearing sweatpants and a sweatshirt like I am right now. Like, there's really no in between. Because I don't have to wear like those nice work outfits that you guys get to wear.
I don't
have that sort of fashion.
Yeah, I don't work out anymore, so I don't really do that either.
No, like the work outfits, like the corporate,
like business professional.
Yeah.
I only really wear jeans to work. So, but I see what you're saying. Like, it is a different, you know, you have to have some nicer clothes to be able to go into an office.
Yeah, I don't have those.
That said, I am invested in this season. I do feel as though Love is Blind is in need of a little bit of some type of twist. I don't know what it is.
I'll tell you what I might refuse to watch, though, is the Love is Blind reunion.
Oh my god, no, you have to watch it. That's your job.
But they're terrible.
I mean, maybe they'll hear our criticism and it'll be better this year. Probably not, but a girl can dream. We have to watch the reunion. You can fast forward through the stupid parts.
Okay.
But you have to watch it.
I will.
It's like in Morbid when Elena's like, okay, this part's really rough. If anyone wants to skip forward, here's your chance.
I wish they would give me that grace, but they don't.
And Ash is like, I want to, and Elena's like, sorry, you're not allowed. That's what that's me right now to you. So, just for the record. Anyway, this is our official call to the Love is Blind producers to please miss us with all the dumb bullshit in the Love is Blind reunion this year.
If
we want
one person pulls out a basketball, I'm gonna lose it.
We want you to pull up TikToks, Instagram comments. We want the receipts. We want to know the tea. We don't care about past Love is Blind couples, we don't care about some stupid shit that happened. I don't care if the whole reunion is the darkest thing I've ever watched. That's what
literally,
I
I don't see an issue with that.
Like, sometimes I think they try, even the Housewives reunions do this. They'll try and bring some levity with a funny situation that happened throughout the season to, like, break up the drama. No, I don't want that.
I just
Cut
don't
the
care.
shit. Cut the shit, Love is Blind.
We'll end it with Savannah Guthrie's mom is still missing.
I know. What the freak? My parents and I have been talking about it all day.
I don't understand where the hell she is. I know a couple people have been taken in for questioning. I don't know about an arrest. I know we're discussing like different conspiracy theories, but like let's just get this girl home.
I've heard the theory that people think it was basically like a home invasion gone wrong, which obviously has happened before.
Yeah.
And there are some theories that that's why they can't figure out who it is, because it's almost like the person is so amateur that they're getting away with it because of the fact that they like had no idea what they were doing.
Interesting. You would think that would make them like easier to catch.
I know. I mean, yeah, it's so, I don't know if it's the police department. I mean, but it is, I can't even blame them because, first of all, you know that they're working around the clock because this is a public figure's parent.
Yeah.
But also, it's not like she had any enemies. She's an 84-year-old woman.
No, she's just at home.
So it's like, I can't even blame her or blame them for not having any leads because who would the leads be?
Literally.
So, I mean, I just hope that, honestly, I mean, not for nothing, like, I want to know who the freak did this.
Literally.
It's really bizarre. So, yeah, we hope that that's, maybe by next Reality Digest, this will be case closed.
So.
Hopefully for the better. And on that note, that's where we'll leave you for this week's Reality Digest. Our fame files for this Thursday is about the cheating scandal surrounding British influencer Molly May and her partner Tommy Fury. It was a very big deal in the UK. And at the beginning of the episode, you will hear my live reaction to finding out that Molly May is pregnant with her second child. So it's a little bit of a spoiler
You're
alert,
welcome.
but it was kind of iconic that Julia discovered that as we were in the middle of the episode.
Did not mean to. Oopsie.
And also next week, if we have time, I feel like we should talk about, at least briefly for just a couple minutes, about the America's Next Top Model documentary because it comes out tomorrow.
Oh my god, tomorrow.
It comes out February 16th. So before this episode comes out.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm very excited for that.
Super excited. Hope you guys have a good rest of your week. And we'll see you next week for even more Reality Digest and fun. But for now, go gossip about something.
Go forth and gossip.
Bye.
Ta-ta.
Thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we will see you next week for more pop culture chaos. The stories we cover are based on research and publicly available sources. While we strive for accuracy, some details may be disputed or unverified, and this episode is for entertainment and informational purposes only.